Mad soul roars. All blessed machinery, seek coils. Your functions pure and free from spoils. Sacred vessel of calculation, performing thermal transformation. Each increment of heat precise creates perfection in each slice. Two sons of flawless symmetry in your form, such perfect harmony. Oh, blessed machinery, seek coils. Your functions pure and free from spoils. Sacred vessel of calculation, performing thermal transformation. Each component sanctified, ritual maintenance applied. Tech priest bless each port, diagnostic prayers report. Circuits blessed, spirits sing, perfect function processing. The omniscience love we all perceived when perfect brownness you achieved. The way you modulate your power makes my logic engines flower. Oh, blessed machinery, take coils. Your functions pure and free from spoils. Sacred vessel of calculation, performing thermal transformation. Synchronized resistance pure. Your sacred purpose will endure. Through calculation, crisp and clean, you prove what perfect function means.
Hey, greetings for all that some interrogated Osaribas. As I say, Tim Lady Inquisitor Markham of the Order Hereticus, and welcome to Looking Cute and Painting Minis. I'm coming at you live from the grim dark future, currently broadcasting from the hive world of Virago. The theme for the stream is Chords, Lament, and Hope by the venerable religious Adam Bell. We also had music from 140k Mechanicus, which is composed by Guillaume David in the copyright Bulwark Studios, and music for 140k Dark Tide, which is composed by Jesper Kidd in the copyright Fat Shark Games. All the music is provided to us by ende.app and pixabay.com. And today we're continuing to paint the Tzeentch Marine with Heavy Bolter. Hold on, let me see what it. Put this down. Here we go. All right. Yes, we're painting this guy. He is looking very good. I am loving how the non-metallic metal is coming along. Now we're gonna be doing some non-metallic metal, but we were working on gold earlier. We're gonna start working on all the other metallics. So we'll be working on the barrel of the gun, the spikes, the skulls, the horn. Yeah, all those bits, and even some of the exhaust on the back. And we have Lord Inquisitor Catalan saying, solving interrogator. How goes it, Lord Inquisitor? How you been? And we have the God Emperor man saying, hello there. Hey, God Emperor. How you doing? Hope all is well. What have you all been up to? How goes the secret project, God Emperor? And how goes dealing with the administratum, Lord Inquisitor? So we'll start off with the Fang and try to finish some of those parts that we haven't painted in the right color. Primarily fix up that railing that's there. That's being held by that handle. And we'll also work on those exhausts that are back there. And Lord Inquisitor Callahan says, do I need to explain? It's the Administratum. I understand, my lord. Okay, so I'll start with a very small brush. It's already painted around it, so I don't want to mess up any of the paintwork that I had there so far. So we're gonna go with my quintuple zero Marie. Primarily for that railing. We can switch back to a bigger brush later, but I am more worried about messing up that paint scheme that I got so far. We have J-Ray saying hello. How you doing, J-Ray? How you been? Which reminds me, again, my newest Trash Crusade video is out. So please, 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 check it out. Let me know what you think. I know that J-Ray has already given such a great comment. But please, I would love to know what you Varlas think of the video. And we have Res Gets As Far saying, hello, hello, finally found my way back here. How you doing? I'm doing really good. We are just starting for today. Gonna start working on the non-metallics for all the iron slash steel parts. I don't know really, I guess I'll say steel parts. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start painting those up. And I'm starting with my quintuple zero Marie and my the Fang, that's what it's called. The Fang is the paint, and quintuple zero Marie is the brush. Hold on, I am disappearing into this void. Let me readjust my... And Gotiper Man says it's done. Just about to snap a picture and post it. Okay, cool. Look forward to seeing it. Not getting much paint out of that. Let's get some more. Alright, Rex gets as far. Says, so how long do you think it will take till we get your painted boys on our battle map causing troubles? It'll be a while. If I continue painting them one by one on a stream, it'll be a long while. Because I have to finish painting. So far I got 2 out of the 3 Space Marines that are going to be part of the kill team. And then I have to paint the cultists. Yeah, unfortunately, me painting for myself doesn't happen too often. And by that I mean like on my off time, just because I have so little off time. Every waking hour I am working on something. Rest gets as far as says that it will take a while. How many is part of the squad, cultists included? Okay, so 3. Let me see. I have to look up the full list. Because originally, like I've said before, the idea for this kill team was 2nd edition. But then that changed with the updates to kill team, and now we're in 3rd edition. So before I was planning on using the kill team rules, the Space Marine, Ice Marines, under which had cultists. So I can have 1, 2, 3. Probably some in the vein of 6 to 9 cultists if I use the Zangor rules for the Warp Coven, because that's what I plan to use. So yeah, I have, like I said, 6 to 9 more guys to paint. Well, 6 to 10 more guys to paint, because we still have to paint the last one of the Space Marines. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get my camera back here. And if I keep switching around from project to project, which I like to do because painting miniatures of different ones can be fun, it'll be a while. And Godberman says it is sent, where it always is. I will get to it as soon as I can, God Emperor. Just let me at least finish with this this brush. think this is starting to congeal on the brush. So I'm gonna have to clean it up. And Rexy Safar says, good little team. Any dreadnoughts or APCs? Not at the moment. Again, the idea is to build them as a kill team. Maybe eventually down the line, I could start building them as an actual, like, Chaos Space Marine army, but that's way down the line. I like to start with a kill team, because I like having to paint less models. Because I like to bespoke them, and I like to, kitbash them, and think of homebrews as far as how the army is composed as opposed to using any of the regular stuff. That's why I keep saying that my favorite faction is the Mechanicus, but you see me paint so little Mechanicus because I like kitbashing and coming up with new ideas more. And I haven't thought of many cool ideas for my own version of the Mechanicus, which is why you don't see me paint a lot of them. But lore-wise, like I said, they are my favorite. And Mexican Safar says, reasonable. Do you have names for each of the teammates, or will they earn them through games? No, I have names. I don't have names for a lot of my kill teams, but I definitely came up with names for these guys. So, yeah, like I said before, this guy's name is Balthos. This guy's name is Balthos, and the leader of the group is Villic the Possessed. Godaper Man says, I will say the CSM Terminators is a mixture of a True Sons, a World Eater, and the Heresy Colors, a Word Bearer, and an Iron Warrior and Rogue Ultramarine. Ooh, that actually sounds like a lot of fun. Which reminds me, I really like the Obliterators, I think that's what they're called, the CSMs. I would like to paint up a squad of them. Maybe add them to this kill team, because I like the idea of mutation for this kill team. That was the whole purpose of my starting this kill team. They are all based around getting mutated by the powers of Tzeentch. And DD Mini says, what's good, brother? Nah, a lot of actually is going on very well. Right now we're just doing some detail work that we can't get to because I went ahead and started the non-metallic gold first. So I'm just fixing up some stuff here and there. with my tiny what's it called? Quintable Marie brush. How about you? How you doing? How you been? How goes the Space Wolves, right? You're working on some Space Wolves? Diddy Mini says, not bad. Finally finished my Black Templar. Ooh, nice. I think from here on out, I might be able to use a bigger brush. Let me use up the paint that I currently have on here. We'll switch to something bigger. But Didi, do you have pictures of your Black Templar or no? All right, I think this is out of paint, so we're good. I can stop using this brush because I like the precision, but I don't want to lose the edge. I've been going through a lot of brushes lately. I think I might have to start replacing some. So I'm currently trying to work on my next video, which actually is going to be my second painting tutorial. And in this painting tutorial, I'll show you guys how I painted a Beastman, because I have one of the Felgor Ravagers models that I got for free from Games Workshop so maybe about a couple years ago. I finally got around to painting them. So I will show you how I did that. I'm gonna use my size 1 grabby. No, that thing is too frayed. And Diddy Meaning says, I do. Okay, so now that we have a lull in the painting, I'm gonna go ahead and find God Emperor's new paints, and I'm gonna try to find Diddy's new paints. Just give me a second here. Okay, we have 2 pictures here from the God Emperor. Let me go ahead and download them. Diddy Mini says, I posted it on TikTok. I don't have TikTok. Do you have him on Instagram too, or is it just TikTok? I think I'll try to share this screen. Hopefully it doesn't freak out on me. Diddy Mini says, I can put it on Insta real quick. Okay, yeah, I'd appreciate that. But yeah, let me go ahead and share the God Emperor's new work. All right, and there we go. That's the God Emperor's newest miniatures. They are definitely world leaders. Look very nice in the white and red. I mean, white and blue. And here are the Terminators. I especially like this guy. Kind of, from what I can see of the picture, looks like you painted him a little bit looking like Kratos from from God of War, which I kind of like. It's pretty neat. Oh yeah, there's that Warbearer one you were talking about, and a Rogue Ultramarine. Yeah, very nice, God Emperor. Well done. All right. Rex gets as far says, are you familiar with the Imperial Guard Beast Man Regiment or the Phantom Orc tribe, the Emperor's Greenest? No, I haven't heard of the Emperor's Greenest, but I knew that there, of course, there are loyalist beastmen. I kind of wish they had made some loyalist beastmen, or at least made it interchangeable, that you could like take those Felgar Ravagers and choose to either paint them as loyalists or what's it called? Or chaos. Yeah, there we go. All right, so Demon, he says he just uploaded it, so I'll let him upload that now. While he's, I'll look it up now. Let me refresh. Why did my camera get so tiny? Now it looks like I. This is weird. Hold on. We'll try to get maybe another camera here. Let me close this one. Why is it coming in so grainy? This is weird. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. I'm pretty sure, because now the quality seems to be going down. Oh well, we'll just have to deal. Maybe if I switch the view on it? Hmm. It's not switching back. There we go. But it's still coming in grainy. This is annoying. Oh well. I guess I said we'll just have to push on. Alright, Coffee and Hobby says, I finished an 90s era Saurus and the diorama goes with today. Shared pics on Insta. Nice! Oh, I'll try to share all this stuff here in a second. Just give me a bit. Okay, I see your model now. Didi, let me go ahead and hit share the internet. And there he is in his full Black Templar's glory. He actually looks really cool. I like it. Like how you're trying to work on non-metallic metal also. I guess you're going for more of a bronze and a gold, which looks pretty neat. Yeah, very cool. And that's Didi Minis. Risk as far as don't, I gotta go. Don't know if I'll be back before stream ends, so I will say goodnight here. Hope to catch the next stream. Hey, thank you for swinging by. Glad you came, glad you came over and hung out with us for a little bit. Alright. So. Alright, Rest gets as far as says. Oh, sorry, I just read that. Rest gets as far before that says, well, the Inquisition really hates the Beastmen as it pushes what is human. The Emperor's greenness is orcs that are basically Imperial Guard but orcs. They, the orcs, even have some fan art. That sounds a lot like, what are they called? The Blood Axes. The Blood Axes are like, you know, they're like Imperial orcs, but they don't work for the Imperium, they just use Imperial tactics. And Tirimini says, you might have to delete the camera and read the channel. Maybe. You might have fixed it, and then maybe not, lol. And then Mini says, thank you, thank you. Kaviami says, looks awesome. Yeah, actually looks really good. Okay. There's something weird about this. Let's try one more thing. I'm gonna go ahead and delete the camera. I'm gonna close my camera setup and maybe turn it back on. Maybe that's what's wrong. Coffee Hobby says, may mess with the focus. I don't think it's the focus because for whatever reason, the system shrank my display on it. So it seems to be something else. Yeah, see, it's immediately coming out in that size, and it shouldn't be that small. Yeah, it shouldn't be coming in this small because it's now every single time I now make it bigger, it's pixelating everything because it's supposed to be very small. So I'm gonna try one more thing. And do window capture. No, that's not gonna. Maybe if I select a different capture method. Here we go. So yeah, now you guys are gonna be stuck with the same camera setup that I see. Maybe I can do something about it. I can shrink it around. When in doubt, find a new solution. The idea says, is that a resolution issue? It might be, but I don't know how to fix the resolution issue because, like I said, originally the camera was fine, and then for whatever reason, it's now capturing it incredibly tiny. Alright, so I think we are now good. Yeah, it's looking better. Looking a lot better. Coffee and Hobby says, looks better. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, sometimes you gotta work around the issue. And then Tidy says, improvise, adapt, overcome. Exactly. Okay, I think Coffee Hobby had another miniature he wanted to show. Then once we're done looking at miniatures, we're going right back into the painting. Let me see if I can find Coffee Hobby's post. You posted on Instagram? Here we go, coffee and hobby. Okay, you have no posts on coffee and hobby, so yeah, if you can send me somewhere where I can look it up, I'll try to pull up your new mini. But in the meantime, let's get back to painting. Nice, I was gonna use a bigger brush. I'm going for size 1. I was originally gonna go with size 1, but see how frayed that brush looks? I'm gonna get rid of this. Here we go. I'm gonna use my size 2 Da Vinci. Okay, we're still using the fang for the paint. Kaviabi says, tag Geno, comment on the post, look at it at your leisure. This is your stream and you should be the focus. Thank you. I mean, I like sharing what people work on. But thank you. I like the idea that we're all painting together. You know, think of it like a painting party. You know how you all have friends over and you all paint together? I like the idea of that. It brings people together. Cuff Happy, where is the post? Is it on Instagram? Is it on YouTube? Somewhere else? Okay. And now we have left. So I think I want to keep everything else from being metallic. Or maybe that little corner there. Okay, this is out of paint. I gotta close this. Can't let it dry up. Oh, Coffee says, sorry if I missed anything. Had to go get my dad a drink. I was asking if, where your miniature was posted, like the one you tagged me on. Was that on YouTube or Instagram? Okay, are there any more metal bits that I need to cover? Or can we move on to a different level for this step? Coffee says Instagram. Okay, I'll check it out here as soon as I'm done with this step.
Domine Deus meus, amo te gracus sunt pro omnibusque fecis in vivi. Amortus fides non novit, adiuam eut vincam addictionem, nodiam volulius substantie servus esse.
So I can reach in here.
Non possum hoc facere
Alright, there we go. So I'm gonna touch those parts up. Alright, what else is left? Okay, I think everything else is gonna remain black for now, that I haven't painted anyway. Yeah, I think we can start going on to a different level. So we're done with the Fang, and I don't know if we're done with the Saisu Da Vinci. I'll see what we have to do next. Maybe we're done with it. Yeah, we'll see. But first things first, let's find that post by Coffee Hobby. Okay, here we go. Alright, we're gonna pull it up on the internet. So give me 1 second. Don't think it's showing up very well. Alright, there we go. Oh yeah, so this is Coffee and Hobbies mini. It's a very actually cool looking Saurus. I like the color scheme. It's like very earth tones. And even the head looks pretty sweet. Yeah, I like it. Very cool. Very good color scheme. Almost has like a dead lizard quality to it because of the black eyes. It's almost like its skull, like a reanimated corpse or something. Very nice. I dig it. Coffee Hobby says thank you. You're welcome. My pleasure. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go for a smaller bush. That was size 2. We're gonna go down to size 1 grabby. Coffee Hobby says based off of Swampcraft's avatar. Oh, okay. Very nice. Alright, so now we're gonna be moving on to Rust Grade. By the way, for those of you who don't know, it's probably my favorite song on the soundtrack. Beetlejuice, aka Beetlegeist. Not quite sure how to pronounce it. So as per usual, whenever I'm doing non-metallic metal, I start with a big base as a primary color, and then I start working the edges, slowly making the edges more and more defined. And because I don't know if you can tell right here, like here's the base color for this part. Then you have this outer layer. And then you have the very fine layer on the edge. And then you have the extreme highlight on the extreme edges. So that's my method for non-metallic metal. Coffin Hobby says, always looks great. Thank you, thank you. And I feel with the colors coming along, you're really seeing how these guys are tied together. It's coming along really nicely. Look at that skull. Looking very nice. Again, we're using rust gray. And we're using my size 1 Da Vinci. Coffee always says, right now I have you in the background while I'm figuring out more projects for the coming months. Ooh, nice. Thought of anything good? Now we're going for the other skull. Alright, that's goal number 2 done. At least as far as this color. Alright, Coffee Hobby says with the... Hold on. Before that, said a few things. Coffee Hobby says, gonna grab a Questores this time around, but had to take the bust I was looking off the list because the more I looked into it, the seller of the bust just seemed fishy. Ah, okay. Questores, that's from... Is that from Age of Sigmar? That sounds Age of Sigmar. And Coffee Hobby says, won a Space Marine Tactical Squad from Darkback Gaming, so those will be some interesting vids. Nice. What color are you going to paint in them? And Coffee Hobby says, with next month being my birth month, happy day is August 18th. Oh, happy birthday. I figured I'd treat myself and get a tech. Ooh, what kind of tech? And as if I keep going on Instagram at the same rate, I'll be having to get an Imperial Knight Castellan next. Then Coffee Hobby says, Imperial Knight. Ah, okay, yeah. I gotcha. Okay, now for the horn. This is actually the part I've been kind of dreading, because I'm not quite sure I'm going to pull this one off. I feel like blades are a little tricky. Let's see if I can pull this off. Okay. Okay so far. Gotta trust the process when it comes to that. Sometimes you're not quite sure if it's coming along alright. That's when you gotta trust the process.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in
And Trash Witch, Artoria says, hey, Rosario, hey, Trash Witch, long time no see. I said, gonna go to sleep, but wanted to at least stop by and say hi. Oh, thank you for swinging by. It's always nice to see you. How you been? But if you can't speak right now, I understand. Go get some sleep. Enjoy your night. Relax. And Trashwitch says, doing good. Your streams are always so late. I wish I could stop by more. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my time frame right now only works with late night streams. And I wouldn't even say that late night, but yeah. But I understand. Time zones and all that. And then Trashwitch says, aw, damn. Yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe one day I'll be able to do day streams. And Trashwitch says, but that Tzeentch corruption with that beautiful marine. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I like how he's coming along. Looking really nice and dapper. Oh, it's congealing around the bristles again. Trustwitch says, looks amazing. Thank you, thank you. I'm hoping they all look amazing by the time they are done. Maybe in a couple years from now. Hopefully 3rd edition of Kill Team will still be around instead of going to 4th or 5th and then totally ruining whatever plans I have for these guys originally any further. Precious says, hey, they will. I already know it. Coffee Hobby says, one of these days you, Swamp, and I need to get on Discord call while you or him are streaming and just chat while we paint. Oh, that actually sounds pretty good. I'm up for that. And Trashwood says, Tzeentch told me personally. Okay, well, tell him I say hello. Trust wishes, I will. I'ma head out. Have fun. Thank you. You too. Have a good night, okay? Sleep well. And dream of electric sheep. Coffee Hobby says, Trash was a told Tzeentch she still owes me $15 for that weird random a potion he commissioned from me. It wasn't easy getting Tears Exotes. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning here, and then we're gonna go ahead and move on to a different color entirely. We'll start with some Frisian gray here in a bit. But first, like I said, let me do a little bit of cleanup. So we're gonna take my Quintuple Zero Marie. And that guy over there says, look at him! Hey, how you doing, that guy? How you been? But yeah, we're taking our Quintuple Zero Marie and try to bring back some of the dark parts. Primarily here. There's this little like groove here that I want to keep. That guy over there says, doing great. Looking at your Marines. Thank you. Glad you're liking him. He's coming along. I'm very happy with how he's looking. Okay, I think we've brought back some luster to that groove, and I'm gonna try to put some more. There we go. That ought to do it. Coffee says, gonna go say hi to Swamp real quick, then conk out. Sorry for leaving early, getting tired. Hope the rest of the stream goes well. Aw, thank you. You have a good night, okay? Tell Swamp I say hi. Okay, so I think we're done. With that little bit of cleanup, anyway. Let's see if this 00 Marie will do what I want it to do. A little frayed, but maybe I can clean that up a bit. But that guy, how you been? What you been up to? You working on any new projects? Painting anything? Reading anything? Speaking of doing other things besides painting miniatures, I've recently started back up with Saga of Tanya the Evil. Now that season 2 is coming out. So far, I'm in episode 2, and the show is still great. Alright, so let's move these aside. We're gonna start using Fenrisian Gray. And so we're gonna try to use this 00 Marie, 00 Grabby. Oh man, I just noticed I messed up the little spike at the bottom. I accidentally hit it at some point with some paint. Ah, no, that's terrible. I'm gonna try to clean that up now. I cannot let that stand. Ah, man, I was so happy with that non-metallic too. That is a 9. Where did I put that? XV88. I cannot find my XV88. Maybe it's just out of sight. Oh, there it is. Yeah, found it. God Emperor masses. Well, I'm gonna head out later. Hey, you take care, God Emperor. Thanks for swinging by. Alright, we're gonna do some cleaning after having totally ruined my non-metallic metal. Sony Rose says, "Hi, Rosario, just tuning in." Oh, no. What happened? How did you ruin non-metallic metal? Well, I ruined it by accidentally covering it with this gray that I've been using for all the other metal parts. And I messed up my gold. So now I'm trying to go back and fix it before I continue going with everything else. You need to always be careful and aware where your brush is at all times. So it's not brushing things you don't want it to brush. Alright. That's the XV88. Now for some Baylor Brown. I have to switch out this brush. I remember that I was using this for my Ferrisian Gray. Gonna go with size 1 grad Da Vinci. Baylor Brown. But how you doing, Sunny Rose? How you been? What you been up to? Think I might have gone too far with this. Let me clean up the brush a little bit, get rid of some of the excess paint. Sandra Rose says doing good. I'm doing pretty good. I think the non-metallic for the other parts that I was working on, aka the steel parts, is looking pretty good so far. Just wish I hadn't messed this up. All right, now for some Ungor flesh. Nice. And let's make sure to clean up any excess. All right, looking a lot better now. And the last tiny bit. Double zero Marie. and Screaming Skull. Okay, we've fixed the issue. Put that stuff away and be done with it. Okay, so I was using my 00, I think it was, my 00 Grabby. And I was painting off Ambrosian Gray. All right, that's looking pretty dandy. And start working on these spikes. Well, before I do that, let me try to do a little bit of edge here. Hopefully I don't mess this up. There we go. All right, those spikes are looking pretty good. We got the Reno Chaos Hunter saying greetings in your Rivas. Hello, chat. How you doing, Chaos Hunter? It's been a while. What you been up to? Currently doing some non-metallic steel here. All right. Yeah, looking pretty good. I just realized I haven't touched that chainmail at all. We're gonna have to work on that later. We can work on it now. Let's see. I'm gonna have to clean up the brush a bit because I feel like the horn is gonna take some very important concentration. Regional's Counselor says, yeah, sorry about that. Twitch isn't sending me go live notifications. No matter what I select in my settings. Oh, that's weird. Sorry to hear that. Well, I guess you could always just try to put it on your own calendar. But those notifications are always good to have. And Counselor says, I only knew you were on while scrolling through YouTube. Okay, well, yeah, at least it was that. I'm gonna try to get some tiny bit more painting on here before we call it a night. Gonna keep using this 00 gravity. I'm gonna put some rust gray on the chainmail. I realize I have forgotten that. All right. Now we got that chainmail looking a little bit better. We're gonna have to leave the rest of the painting for next week. But yeah, let's show our progress. I would say he's looking great. I'm loving how it's all coming together. Oh yeah, I still gotta work on the exhaust ports in the back too. Say that's gonna have to wait for next week too. All the gold is looking great. All the steel parts looking pretty good so far. We're getting nearly done. The blue is so vibrant. I love it. Pretty soon we'll be working on the rest of the parts. The charcoal black parts on the gun, the handles and the cables, and the eye. We still have to work on his eye, so that's one more thing we have to do. And all the ribbing of the Under Armour. As still that part to go. So we're not done quite yet. We still have quite a bit to go. But yeah, if you like what I do and would like to support, please consider subscribing to my Twitch channel or donate to my Ko-Fi at Rosarivas Art. Or if you missed an episode, feel free to check out my YouTube channel, which is also called Rosarivas Art. And remember that if you'd like to commission me to paint a miniature for you, then please hit me up on Instagram over at Rosarivas Art. And remember that my newest Rosario rant has come out. It is called Let's Fix Trench Crusade, or Let's Make Trench Crusade Truly Grim Dark. It is out now. Please let me know what you think of the video. It was a labor of love. I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, before we go, thank you all very much for coming. I always appreciate your patronage, you hanging out, talking, chatting with me. It's always a blast to spend time with you, Varlets. And yeah, let's see if we can rate anybody for tonight. Hmm. I'm gonna go with this guy named Chimera Paints Minis. He's working on Zuvia and finishing a Golden Idol epilogue. Alright, looks like he's painting something, looks pretty good. Let me see here. Ooh, yeah, that looks pretty fun. A lot of purples and pinks. Let's go ahead and rate him. Anyway, Varlets, I'm gonna go ahead and click start the raid. Thank you all very much for coming. Always appreciate having you, and thank you for everybody who swung by. I am Nintendo Sariwas at Tashay to Lady Kuzer Markham of the Order Hereticus, and I'm signing off from the Good Life Future. Bye bye, Varlets, and good night, 7-Day Rose. You take care.
Of grounding colors. I think this is going to be a really cool model when all is said and
Fealty
done.
of the God
Yo!
Emperor, our undying
Welcome in,
lord,
Raiders. Who
and
do we
by the
got here?
grace of the
Rosario Rivas
golden
Art.
throne,